Take it from the top.
Fuck you. Wait, what are you doing? What do you mean? First time you boot up the game, you said it's fourth. Yeah, and? That was fantastic. You did a great job. Okay. But this time you simply entered, yeah. I don't give enough of a fuck to do it again. You did? Do I have to? Where the fuck does it say in there I have to? Disappoint. Bitch, fuck, shut the. I'm disappointing you for fucking caring. Perhaps you don't think it's worth taking the time to set. Exactly, I don't think it's worth my fucking time. You think I would ask you to set the clock if it weren't an integral part of the gameplay experience? Probably not big enough fucking part for me to give a fuck. The fuck it, you shut up. You're not even trying the game. It's just that a lot of people ignore these gameplay sayings altogether. Yeah, it's ignored because it's fucking useless. You're not like them. Yes, I fucking am. I am them. I am him. Look, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, do me a favor and actually set the time, okay? No. Okay, good. Glad we had this talk. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself.
Input!
He constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was
I didn't hear the sound,
terrifying
but I
to
think
him.
it just
No
went
matter
off on
how
purple.
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. Boop.
When
Okay,
Stanley came
left.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single
This
person
way.
here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
No!
to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Why? My broom closet. I counted all those tools.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Why is there a crouch button? I had zero use for it.
Stepping into his manager's
Oh,
office,
what the fuck was
Stanley
it?
was once again stunned to discover not
4,
an
2,
indication
5,
of any human
8.
life. What could it mean? Stanley
Fuck.
wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing
2,
through papers
4,
on the boss's
5, 8.
desk, pulling books off the shelf,
Fuck, what was it?
looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
I'm desperate.
His
I'm on my
attention was
knees.
caught by
I'm
a keypad
begging.
behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be?
Hmm.
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet.
Below my
And
feet?
so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Which one on my feet?
2845.
2845. That's what.
But of course,
Right numbers,
Stanley
wrong
couldn't
order.
possibly have known this. Yet incredibly,
I know
by
everything,
simply
my
pushing
guy.
random buttons
I am
on the
omnipotent,
keypad, Stanley happened
omniscient.
to input the correct
I am
code.
everything and
By sheer
everywhere.
luck. Amazing.
I am your
He
god.
stepped into the newly opened passageway.
And we go down. Oh, loading. Yes, loading. Oh, good. It skipped that whole uneasy feeling part. Oh.
Stanley
It's the
walked straight
professor.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
It's the last road I have. Lights.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Yes,
Did
what
he
horrible-
have the strength to find out?
Do I? Am I strong enough? Yes, Stanley very strong. Camera.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a
247,
screen.
right?
And Stanley, one of them,
Where's
eternally
247?
monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
247? Down there? I think I got the wrong number.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
274.
Had Stanley really
that
been
it?
under someone's control all this
Nope.
time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his
Yep,
boring
I am
job?
the stupid.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
No, I was not.
No.
I was not.
He refused
I
to
refuse.
believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
I am
own
not under
life
control.
in someone else's
Employee
control.
pirate.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
They hired a pirate.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes. No, no,
Here
no,
was
no, I
the
didn't.
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking,
Oh.
eating, working. All of it
where the
monitored
button
and
noises
commanded
were.
from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over
Console
another
disabled.
human life. For he
Ooh.
would
One,
dismantle the controls once
two.
and for all.
That's 2. That's a 5. No, I'm looking for 3 and 4. 3. Where's 4? Is that button? Is that it? Is that number 4? I can't see. I hope not. If so, I can't reach it. Let's hope 4's in here.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
My duty, my obligation, to take over the fucking world.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls.
Yes.
did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you
Yes.
you tried to take control of the machine for yourself. Is
Yes.
that what you wanted?
I am the
Control?
captain now. I am the captain now.
Stanley,
Call me
I applaud
master.
your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
No,
If
I
you
refuse.
want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example,
do.
and
I have
believe
control of
you'll
this.
find this pertinent.
What? What's
Stanley
pertinent?
suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh,
In
what the
event
fuck?
that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode.
That's not cool,
eliminating the
bro.
entire complex.
That's not cool, bro.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is
Fuck.
making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
It's open,
It's
yes,
your
this way.
time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. This
yes.
is much better than what I had in mind. What a
4.
shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
5.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
3 attempts remain.
All right,
Okay.
I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly
Red
what
button.
happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you
What are
free.
you talking about?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes
I'm
when
doing
I
it
tell
correctly.
I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the
What the fuck?
ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
Where'd one? Where one?
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be
Fail-safe.
even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why
Yes,
not?
please.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley?
The fuck
Is it
is the
that you have
puzzle?
no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or
I'm
did you
pretty
just
sure it has to do with
assume
the
when you saw
numbered
that
buttons.
timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Yes.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe
Yes,
this
yes,
big
yes.
red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will
There's a big
save
red button
me.
and a door.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved?
Can I
Do
turn
you
this off?
have any idea what your purpose
turn
in
it
this
off?
place is?
Can I press off now?
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't
Fuck.
a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Shut the fuck
You're
up.
only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
No.
To see
I will
you
make it
made
out of here.
humble. This
I
is
will
not
make
a
it out of here.
challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine.
These
But
buttons.
I'm going to destroy it first, so you
No.
can't. Take a
Oh,
look at the clock,
door.
Stanley. That's 30
Fuck.
seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being
Why'd that door
blown
shut?
to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life?
Why'd that
Or
door
will you let
shut?
it go
Where's this go?
peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me.
Fuck.
All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment
There's no
we
way out
fade
here,
in
is there?
until the moment I say happily ever up.
I think he lied to me. I think that Jello gave me a fake phone number.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Input, need input. None of these are input.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, left door. Or is there input computer on the right? Possibly.
Yet there was
Oh.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yep. And there's this one. Already got it. No computer in here.
The moment he entered
Hey, yo,
his
was
manager's
this here
office,
before?
Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to
2,
take. Too much
8,
for any man to take.
4, 5.
He fell to his knees. Stanley was in such a
Haha.
rush to get through the
I'm a
story as
genius.
quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Exactly. Shut the
That
fuck up.
kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So
Eh,
he
be quiet.
relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
It's not very calming. It's making my back hurt.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Uh-huh. Good for me. And we go down. And walk through here.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Yes, it did.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
What?
Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature
To
revealed.
life.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's
What that one
co-workers.
say?
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley,
Is there anything other
one of them,
like pirate?
eternally monitored in this place where freedom
shit.
meant nothing.
There's that one at the top that said pirate. Looking for any other Easter eggs like that.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible.
There's one that
to
doesn't have a
believe it
number.
couldn't be true. Had Stanley really
Pirate.
been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason
What
he
the
was
fuck is that
happy
one?
with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He
Right there.
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
Oh,
His
it's
own
glitched.
life in someone else's control? Never.
Okay.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Okay, now
Was
we
the proof, the heart of the operation.
do it backwards.
Controls labeled with emotions.
Press turn off.
Happy, or sad, or content.
Good for
Walking,
them.
Eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And
I
as
am the
cold
commander.
reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Never
For he
again.
would dismantle the controls once
I shall
and for all.
destroy it. Yes. I'm scared of the dark, man. It's scary.
Blackness and a
Yes.
rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Is it?
Yes. He had won.
Yes.
He had defeated the machine.
I am the
Unshackled himself
winner.
from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
See, Lola, I'm not a nobody. I'm
Even
a
as the immense door slowly
winner.
opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from
Door.
the machine's grasp? What
Door.
other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight
Shit,
streamed
that
into
sky
the
looked like
chamber,
sky.
he realized none of this mattered to him.
No,
For
it doesn't
was not
matter.
knowledge or even power that he
Nah.
had been seeking.
I want to be smart and strong.
Happiness.
I want to be
Perhaps his goal
happy.
had
Yes.
not been to understand.
Happy, happy,
but to
joy,
let
joy.
go.
Happy, happy, joy,
No
joy.
longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to
Exactly.
do, or how to feel.
You don't tell me what to
Whatever
do.
life he lives, it will be.
No, no,
his.
tell me what to do.
And that was all he needed to know.
Yes,
It was
all I need
perhaps
to know
the only thing worth
is how to make
knowing.
waffles.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
I'm trying, man. I'm really trying.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
The cool
the immense
breeze.
possibility of
I'm
the
so
new
free.
path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant
This
to
is the
happen.
way.
And Stanley was happy.
Cool.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay. Nope.
There was nothing here. No choice
Yes.
to make, no path to follow. Just
Exactly.
an empty broom closet. No reason
I like
to
it.
still be here.
I like it.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
What's wrong
he
with
wasn't
that?
even doing anything. At
Uh-huh.
least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
I can
As it
interact with
is,
myself.
He's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I can jerk into this yellow bucket. I'm interacting with myself, man. This is fun.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing?
Yes.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I like it in here.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Yes.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Yeah. And?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
Yes.
Maybe
Yes, it
when
is.
you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite."
That's exactly what I'm
I
going
hope
to
your
say.
friends find this concerning.
That's exactly what I'm going to say. The Bloom Closet ending was my favorite, mate.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how
uncalled
stupid he
for.
is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is
Oh,
addicted to drugs and hookers.
What the fuck? That's completely uncalled for, man. You don't
Well,
really
I've
say
come
that.
to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
Uh-huh.
You're dead. You got to this broom
Ever seen a
closet,
dead guy do this?
explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Nah.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have
And?
fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse
That's a
from
lot
the
of big
area
words.
and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
It's not very insightful.
All right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I don't wanna. Fine.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Is that so?
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey
What the
nearby
fuck's
who
an
can handle
invalid?
controls too. A fish? Fungus? Look,
Fungus.
you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
This is the story now. Give me the broom closet ending. I want it.